Game time. Huge game tonight. Let's go, Rupert. Say it again for me. Say it again for me. Huge game. Waiting for Caleb. Caleb is on his way, hustling from his game. So he'll be here soon. But how are we feeling? I'm excited. I'm keen. I'm very keen. So hopefully we're doing these ones by the end of it, right? Boomer, we lifted from 13 to 11 last night, courtesy Bulldogs and the Eagles. Who did the Eagles verse again? The Gold Coast, that's right. What have we got? EKJ edits. Hey, how you going? Where are you watching the game? Where's everyone watching the game? Where is everybody watching the game today? Let's get the YouTube up to have some polls ready for you guys to get involved in. Because, gee, we have some questions to ask. We're live. It's the pregame show. Kev, how are you, mate? Are you at the game? Hello there, what's the weather doing? You tell me. We need this one. I think Caleb's arrived, by the way. I think Caleb is here. Geordie loves the big stage, can't wait. It'd be interesting to see how he's feeling going into this. I'm confident, excited for today's game. Stefanos, Dikanete, good evening. Tassie, you a Tassie bloke, Rupert? Or are you on holiday? I'm on the way to the game. Floriet picker. You know what? I feel bad, but I don't even know what that means. And I know it's our thing. I should probably educate myself a little bit more. The motto, Floriet picker, what does it actually mean? It's the Collingwood motto, and it is, may the magpie flourish. Did you know that? Did you know that? Michali, optimistic, pies by 25, Cox will shine. Beautiful. Hopefully that's the case. South Australia. Brilliant. And I'm tuning in from the sunny coast, from a place that's much warmer than where we're at right now. But that's okay. Enjoy. Ronga. It's by Lou Richards. May the magpie flourish. There you go. Nervous. It's Carlton. Jeez, how are we going to handle a loss to Carlton? God, they're going to want some vindication after what we've done to them in 2022, because this is the reverse place position. They can end us tonight, or we could put a severe dent in their top four hopes. Needs to be a team effort, no passengers. Born and bred Tassie man, Hobart. Huge. So when Rupert, when the Tassie Devils come into the AFL, are you jumping ship? Are you jumping cruises or what? What are we saying? How will Carlton handle a loss to the Pies? Matty, got to treat this as a grand final to get the win for Pendlebury. 100,000,000%. We can still make finals. No. Rupert will not be jumping ships to the Tasmanian team despite residing, born and bred, Tasmanian blood. I think they'll be more nervous than us. Oh, yeah, I would say, I think, actually, that's a good question to start the polls with. That's a great one, Mello. Let me ask you guys this. Who, what's the question? Sorry. Who should be feeling more nervous tonight? That's a great question, Mello. Carlton? Guys, my fingers are that cold. I cannot type right now. Start pop. A loss to Carl Scum mean phone goes off and social media deactivated. I'm with you. Nah, I got to face the music. Pies footy must face the music. Win, lose, or draw. Okay. Rat Poison Daughter. That's a hectic YouTube name, by the way. I'm not going to read out the last part, but that's a hectic YouTube name. That goes deep. Are you Syrian? No. I'm half Greek, half Mauritian. Australian born. Born and bred Aussie. Rep the Aussie flag. Port Adelaide showed everyone how to beat Carlton. It's not going to be easy, but I think the game suits us, to be fair, if I'm being quite honest with you. I think we play quite well against them. If they lose, they'll be 7th and have Hawthorn next week. Yeah, huge. The sub has not been announced. That will be announced at 7:30. What will we be if we win? I haven't looked that far. But we've just got to keep winning games at the end of the day. We've got to keep winning. If we win all our games, someone will fall out of the 8 and we will slide in. That's best case scenario. Okay, thanks. Pre-game meal, Swedish meatballs. And a pack of cigaros, Mick, or what? What are we punching tonight? Need more to play out of his skin. Need everyone to play out of their skin. Need everyone to play out of their skin. We'll be 10th if we win. There you go. Guys, we'll get into the topics of the video in a moment. We're just hanging on for Caleb. But, so 18 votes in the poll. Who should be feeling more nervous tonight, Carlton or Collingwood? 78% suggest Carlton should feel more nervous. And I can resonate with that. I can understand that. Trying to put my objective lens on. I try to put my objective lens on. I'm pretty neutral. Like I feel like I'm quite reasonable when it comes to assessing the situation when other teams are involved. I'm not delusional, am I? I don't know. You tell me. You guys hear me speak. Am I delusional? Am I biased? Or am I reasonable? All the game 400 hype this week has got me feeling good again about the season. Matt, that's the beauty in the week to week of AFL. Despite your ladder position, despite whether you can make finals or not, you are always a chance to look forward to something leading up to the next game. We'll find if we lose and are out of finals contention next week, we'll find something to cling on to get excited about that specific game. I think Caleb may have arrived. Has Champs arrived? No. How do you think this? So I don't know who the sub will be. Who do I think it will be? I think. Let me get the list up. Actually, that would be a good start. Let me get the list up. I think we all agreed quite unequivocally in the Moving the Magnet show. We had. It's not going to be Billy Frampton. Billy Frampton will be a topic of the conversation today. I think it will be, goodness, it's going to be Jack Bytel or Patrick Lipinski. I think that's what we end up. Josh, am I going to the game tonight? I do think there will be 90K. Has to be. It's Pendles 400th. It's Collingwood vs Carlton. It's a Saturday night. The vibes are high. What a fucking time to be alive. No, I'm not going to the game. I'm going to go watch it at the pub. A realistic Pies fan is hard to find. Welcome to the club, brother. Thanks, Tim. I'll join that club happily. I think the objective will be Nick Dacos-Brownlow to look forward to if we're out of finals contention. 100% will be a nice little narrative to lean on for the rest of the year. Massive midfield battle tonight. I grew up in the 70s and my saint grandmother conditioned me to hate Collingwood. I actually don't mind the Woods, but as a cat, I absolutely hate Carlton worse, even worse than Hawthorn. Wow, that's saying something. Good luck to the Cats. I think they're beating Adelaide. We're hoping if we can't make finals, we hope to do what Geelong have done. Last year, they come off the back of a flag, have a bunch of injuries, lose the taste for it perhaps. They miss finals completely, and now they're right back in the thick of things. Are they a premiership fancy? I wouldn't go that far just yet, but they're relevant, very relevant, very, very relevant. So, anyway, good luck, Woods. Jesse, True Footy, I want to change my tip to the Pies. Come on. Do it for the culture. I promise you won't regret it. Collingwood match up well against the Blues. Historically, let me give you a couple more things. Pendlebury, 75% win rate against the Blues, 400 games, backs against the wall. Come on, Jesse. Tip with your heart, not your brain. Tip with your heart, not your brain. That's my advice to you that I'm going to espouse upon you. But I won't. Hey, and if it helps, I was supporting West Coast all evening yesterday. I wanted them to win and smiled a couple times for West Coast. How many games has Jack Crisp played? A lot. He's played a lot of games in a row. He's breaking records. Even if we make finals, what chance do we... Hey, it's just about getting there. If we can make the finals from here, that's a win within itself. we still got to beat Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane at the G. So, like, again, we're talking about narratives there. Like, if we verse Brisbane and we're out of the finals by that time, finals contention, it's still revisiting the ground we beat Brisbane on to win the 2023 flag. I'm going to the pub. See you there. Who hangs up the boots at the end of the year? Oldest list. I'm reluctant to go down that path. I don't want to. We're not there yet. Let's save that for the off season. Let's save that for the last couple of weeks, Timmy. Let's grace the elderly for now while we have them. What do you reckon? Come on, Jesse. We've got a good record in our milestone matches with Pendles. Kev, tell Jesse about that record. What is the record for people who don't know? You make good points. This is such a rough tip. Hey, I'm making it easy for you. Here's the thing. You tip Collingwood and they lose, you blame me. You tip Carlton and they lose, just the tips, you're going to get a mouthful from everyone because you tip Carlton. Whereas if you tip Collingwood and they lose, you say, hey, guys, my bad. I listened to Pies Footy. Go blame him. There's your get out of jail free card. Have I convinced you? Cox. You reckon Cox can retire? Jamie Elliott, Mark, and T bag of the year. Boomer, we'll see you on the fan cams. Get your jokes ready. We'll see you on the fan cams. See, there you go. We're 7-1 with milestones for Pendlebury. So 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350. All right. Tip's been changed. Expect hate mail if the Blues get up. Hey, it's all good. I'm ready for it. I want the smoke. Whatever happens, I'm so damn proud of the club. They can't. It's an interesting feeling, isn't it? Like Carlton fans of my generation have never seen a flag, let alone a grand final. And then we win a grand final last year. And it's a weird feeling. Like we've just won. Like you look back in your life and if you get to witness 2-3 flags, you penciled in. You're fucking happy as Larry. You can rest your head on the pillow in the coffin at night and say, cool, I've seen what I had to see. But are we greedy or do we just we're trying to uphold a standard so that we don't regress to the mean and become a mediocre club? I don't know. You tell me. Where do we go with that poll? 27 votes, 70% believe Carlton should be feeling more nervous tonight. All right. I'm going to get into the first topic. What is your fondest Pendlebury moment? Obviously, we've seen a bunch of content revolving around Pendles this week. My favorite moment is not actually a moment of Pendles himself, but it's actually, I think it's the 250 game milestone where Pendles, Tyson Goldsack impersonates Pendles in the 250. You guys need to watch that at some point if you haven't, where Sidey goes to visit Goldsack at Pendlebury's residence, but pretends to impersonate Pendles and just nails his disposition to a T, his quirks, his characteristics. And it's hilarious. It's A-grade content from an AFL football club, which you can't say that too often. That's why you come to YouTube, right? 2023 was my third flag and feel totally fulfilled. Love that. Carlton fans have to watch their flag on VHS. All right, hold on. Another question in the poll coming up. Hold on. Start a Q&A. What is your favorite Pendles moment? Question mark. Question mark, guys. It's a question. Craig, good day. Go Pies. Hope we can take this away tonight. Me too. In the meanwhile, did you know way back the year before Pendles was drafted to Collingwood, for Collingwood to get the compensation pick from the AFL, you had to have a losing season of less than 5 wins. And there was a game late in the year that season against Carlton where we lost. And mathematically, we couldn't win enough games to avoid that compensation pick. So technically, guys, Carlton gave Collingwood Scott Pendlebury. Carlton gave Collingwood Scott Pendlebury. The pigeon moment is always is going to be etched in history, in meme history. Pendlebury, favorite moment when he signed the contract. True. Bouncing on the pigeon stands out too. Ruffle. Fuck. Ruffle. I haven't heard that in a minute, Josh. Rolling on the floor laughing for those who don't know. He's just been so good and consistent for so long. They all blend in. Touche. My thing. Despicable, atrocious dreads. Here we go. Earliest Scott Pendlebury memory is an article after he was drafted in which he said Ben Cousins was the best player he'd ever seen. Never forgot that because it was interesting given Judd's dominance at the time. Really? That's cool. That's cool. And his favorite footballer growing up was Jeffrey Farmer from Fremantle. So there's that as well. First kick, first goal. Pendles bouncing on pigeon is close to the pig at full forward. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. What will they do for Pendlebury? Well, they're going to have to carry them off. They're going to have to carry him off, of course. Pendles' goal in the 2010 preliminary. Was that on his right foot, that one, Kev? Please remind me. Had less than 5 after 2 losses in grand finals. Thanks, Carlton, for SB10. Yep, there you go. So that's a sus thing, right? Like, putting my objective lens in, and for the non-Collingwood fans, I'd like to get your opinion on this, although it doesn't matter anymore because what's happened has happened. We come off the back of a potential dynasty. It ends up being a back-to-back grand final losing dynasty against Brisbane, and then we fall off the face of the earth for 1 year. And I think it was the year that Bucks was injured, which we had a lot of injuries that year. So that was what I guess exacerbated that situation and led us to losing or winning only less than 5 games that year and getting Pendlebury. Should there be a caveat? Like, should it be you need to be in the bottom 8 for X amount of years and must have this amount of losses in X amount of years rather than just the one isolated season? Because there are anomalies. And that is quite an anomaly season for Collingwood in the sense that we had a really bad year injuries run and we were graced with a compensation pick. And now we have the GOAT of Collingwood because of that. What else do we got? Hey, how do you think Collingwood will go tonight? I'm feeling good, Chris. Honestly, genuinely feeling good about this. Pendles has been the best player to have on our team. I agree. That was after Geelong turnover. Brilliant. How's the vibe, Kev? Are you on the train? How's the vibe going into the MCG right now? Enlighten us. Another fun fact, Scott Pendlebury has the most amount of Brownlow votes without a Brownlow medal. 221 Brownlow votes to be precise. So Billy Frampton's back, and it's clear that Fly's gone for matchups in this situation. Obviously, Kerno Mackay there, so Darcy Moore will occupy one of them, and Frampton will occupy the other. Charlie Dean, obviously, is the unlucky one to miss out, but given how he went against Sam Darcy, you can probably justify why we haven't gone for Charlie Dean in this case. Kruger would have been a good one to have in the back line tonight. Champs?
Kruger would have been a good one to be in the back line, but he's not, is he?
He's not. So he's not out of the concussion protocol, but it's been like 2 weeks, man.
He's not. Is that something ongoing, maybe? Hopefully not. But
maybe Digsby's right, man.
What's Digsby saying?
He's always saying crazy things about
no, Digsby, man.
He's actually not here, I don't think. Digsby's not here. He might be at the game, man.
So, hopefully. I reckon a lot of people going today. A few of the boys from footy gone.
How many do you think there'll be?
Yeah. I reckon hopefully it'll be a full crowd. Surely 90,000? 90 plus?
72?
72,000.
72,000 minimum?
Minimum.
What's the upper?
I think in race 5, probably. I reckon the upper is probably like 96. I reckon, 96. But we'll see. We'll see.
What do we got here? Is that Exy? Is that Daniel Exian? Is that the man? I recognize that YouTube name if I'm not mistaken. Bucks ripped tendon in hammy. Yes, I feel as though he should be bottom 5 for 4 years before any compo picks. So I was just saying, This is crazy, right? So we got Pendlebury through a compensation pick because we had less than 5 wins.
Yeah.
And we had a bunch of injuries. And I was just saying, like, shouldn't you have to be bad for a couple of years rather than just 1 year, which was an old thing?
It's changed now.
It's
though, right?
changed
Yeah,
now.
it's definitely changed. Yeah.
But what's crazy is that year where we had less than 5 wins.
Yeah, we got Dale Thomas and we got Pendles.
Yeah.
Pick 2 and 5, right?
Carlton, we versed Carlton late in that year.
Yeah.
We lost against them, which means that loss pretty much resulted in us not being able to get more than 5 wins that year.
Yeah.
So I was saying before, technically,
Carlton.
You say it,
Pendles. Hey, boys, Carlton, Blue Abroad, Pommy Oz. Thank you.
Jesse's here. He wants to say something.
For a split second, I thought Caleb had a sock puck before I realized that was a real dog.
Oh,
What was that,
Beanie.
Beanie?
Holding Beanie.
Was I holding Beanie?
Yeah, and he
I don't
put it in his
remember.
back pocket.
Oh, no.
A sock. A sock puppet?
Sock puck. I don't know, man. Friday.
72, man. Dan, you're on the way to the game. You said on the train, mainly Pies fans. How's the vibe? Be fucking up and about, wouldn't it? Kruger hasn't got the body strength Frampton has. That's questionable. Kruger's a strong man.
He's a very strong man, very aggressive man.
Frampton's
as well.
a bit of a what's the fucking inflatable?
Oh yeah. I know the one you said at the car yards and shit. Yeah. Nah, Krugs. If you don't think Krugs has got good body strength, you should just see him do his ruck work in the 450 and around the ground, and how he bodies out big ruck when they're like 6'9" plus.
Yeah.
Yes, they're a little bit lanky, but it's still a lot of weight to be moving around and throwing it around at 6'5". So just look at that, Rupert.
Champ, Bo McCreary, he returns.
Yep.
What do we remember about that Carlton game?
That Carlton game is when we saw him in the midfield for the first time, absolutely on fire. We were calling for that during the week. Unfortunately, gets that concussion. It was concussion, right? Yeah, he went to sleep. He went to sleep. Yeah. You want to know. But so he went to sleep, but it was good. It was a good promising sign. We do need a bigger body in the midfield. We do have Ned Long. He's in. Yeah,
it's probably the only thing holding McCreary. I mean, obviously, he probably needs to ease his way back in. But if Ned Long wasn't there, maybe
he'll get some minutes. But yeah, you got a first game back. He probably gets not managed, but he probably just played most of his time in the forward 50, as a forward.
And moving on.
We'll agree on that one.
Pendles for 5 goals tonight. El Fondo, love that. Is that Michael Jackson? It is.
No, it's not. Isn't that?
That's what's the English guy's name? Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
it's Ozzy Osbourne. That's crazy. Fair enough. That's cool. All right. Well, what else do I have on the agenda, Chance? Because we've got plenty here. Let's just revisit Josh Dacos off the halfback flank for another moment, as if we haven't spoken to him enough. What are we hoping for from him today?
Just another performance where he racks up touches and penetrates the ball like he did, and if he can fire, if he plays off the halfback again, he just allows us to have that rebounding ability, which we had a lot of score sources from last week compared to previous weeks.
Yeah.
And you can see by having an elite ball user off the halfback line, it completely changes the way Collingwood play. Yes, we're playing Richmond.
Why do you say that?
Week.
I know it's a stupid question, but why do you say that?
Well, when you can have a player that is such aware of his surroundings, you can hit angles where other guys would feel pressured and just kick it long down the line, like your Markovs, who sometimes feels pressure and then he'll just make a rash decision. Whereas if you have a guy like Josh Dacos, he's very composed and he's able to hit those 45 kicks or even open up the ground with a switch kick.
Yeah.
You can see Maynard does it a lot as well. He'll just thump it into the middle and get the ball going as well.
Exactly. Kev's on the way. He's on the train. We need to be playing fast tonight and slow Carlton down so they can't play fast. Is he speaking facts or is he speaking facts?
We need to be playing fast tonight and slow Carlton down so they can't.
That's the recipe, huh?
It's a bit easier to say, but like if you're playing fast, you're going to play into the hands of Carlton, right? They're going to play fast and match your tempo.
Yeah.
So on the flip side of that, do you play slow and try and make it a nice game?
What do you think the tempo of the game will be in this type of game?
I think it'll go through peaks and troughs. That's a little bit of a cop-out answer, but footy's always like that, Hey, man, we want the hard questions, hard answers here, man. I'm giving you the answer, man. I'm giving you the answer. When do you ever see a side come out for 25 plus minutes and just play fucking gun-ho footy the whole time,
true.
right? So
It's not sustainable, is it?
it isn't. It isn't. So look, we'll go through peaks and troughs, but they'll have momentum. We'll have momentum. It's about managing them when they have momentum, and then us capitalizing when the ball's in there, because we know the ball's not going to go in there a lot. You see that, but we just got to be efficient and keep to the two big six.
Where are we at? So if we just have a look at the last 5 matches for Collingwood, inside 50s wise, it's quite bleak, and that's okay. Like, it's a different game today. It's a finals-like game. It's going to be contested. Like I said, Caleb said, peaks and troughs as well. Inside 50s for teams. Sorry, give me one moment. Last 5 matches. 72, man. Inside 50s. Okay, so... And Carlton, they actually don't... Last 5 matches, they've kind of struggled with the inside 50s. They're averaging 50 per game at the moment. The AFL average is 50. Collingwood, you tell them, man.
We are second last, boys, at 44.6. So the only team below us is West Coast.
Sorry, Jesse.
So, to be expected.
Yeah.
But, yeah, look, not going well. Like, even North is averaging more inside 50s than us. But
they're playing fucking good footy, man. Where are they? They're here.
Yeah, they're here.
They're around the pack. Carlton won't wear a clash kit is a big bug of mine. Big bed bug of mine? Yeah, that's nice.
I like a pet peeve.
Yeah, got you.
Pet peeve.
We need to stick our tackles a bit clean. Champs, we're both top 4 tackling teams this year. So it really does play into like a finals-like intensity game, I think.
What else have we
got? Are we going to see Cripps versus Pendles tonight?
Yeah, I think you will.
I think you will. Brother, if I remember correctly, last game we played against them, Cripps and Pendles played on each other directly.
And it worked.
It worked.
It worked. So if it ain't broke, boys, what do we say?
What do they say, man?
We say don't fix it.
Don't fucking fix it.
Don't try reinvent the wheel. You try reinvent the wheel sometimes in other aspects, with the Krug's down back, but obviously he's not playing. But, sometimes you got to look at it a little bit differently. But with that matchup, we know it works. Trialed and tested. Let's just leave it at that.
Patrick Cripps in the game against Collingwood, he only had 22 disposals, and that is significant considering he's having a Brownlow type year, averaging 28 disposals and a bunch of clearances. He's in Brownlow form, and for some reason, it just so happens that Pendles is able to really nullify what Patrick Cripps brings to the table. Carlton won't wear... we've already read that. Need to kick straight first up in front of goals. True. Blues kicked one in the last... Yeah, completely stopped last week against Port. We watched a bit of that, and in the first half, they looked like the Blue Flaggers, and...
Jeez.
They franked it. They did. Dacos, Kynan, owner of Carlton. So, champs, last time we played them, they had Pitternet, and I think they had the Koning as well.
They did. Pitternet was the main ruckman. We had it up before. Why don't we pull it up? But I do believe Pitternet was more the ruckman than the Koning.
CBA's.
Look at that. Memory like an elephant.
There you go.
75%. So Pitternet last time, 75% sent about sentences. What was the Koning? The Koning only 25%. That is... I should have looked at the team list, champ.
That's right.
Bad. But Pitternet, is he playing?
I think he's playing, but the Goning, as we know,
he's out. Yeah, he's out. Yeah.
So what does that mean?
It means we should have Darcy Cameron again win the... I'm assuming you won the hitter. Let's just...
I don't think for some reason...
30-33.
Oh, where is it?
No, here.
Let's go check.
Right.
Yeah. Huge. I remember Pitternet had some dominance early in that first quarter. I remember we were talking about that. But then as the game went on, Darcy Cameron sort of got a bit over him. And with Mason Cox as well back in the team, there's definitely a case to be made that as the game goes on, they're going to overwork Tom de Koning, not Tom de Koning, Mark Pitternet. And yeah, hopefully Darcy Cameron, a couple more intercept marks. He took 2 in that game, 2 contested marks. He's the man.
And what was the type of game Moore had last time? Let's see. And let's hopefully...
revisiting that. Let's just go here.
Intercept marks, yeah. Oh, Darcy Moore last time. Yeah, 3 intercept marks for the man. We obviously coming off a good game last week. Yeah. Hopefully that is the building blocks for making us try really push for this last 8th spot into the finals, right? 100%. It's going to be a tough ask. I believe we've got Sydney next week. Boys, but a one hurdle at a time. We get the win, 400 games. Like, if the boys aren't G'd up about Pendles 400, nothing's going to get you G'd up.
Can't nick that F.
Yeah.
Straight out. Now I'm sounding like the Cuzzy Blues, man.
The Cuzzy Blues.
That's it, man. Cuzzy Blue.
The Carlton fan has entered the chat.
Hey, cuz.
You want to make your debut or what?
Come show your face, man.
You know I'm rattled.
You're right.
Rattled. I'm seeing something, man.
No. Carlton fans are nervous.
They are.
They're nervous.
He doesn't want to come on camera.
We're going in confident. That's the energy, brother.
That is.
That's the energy.
That is. Now let's look at the AFL team list.
Go on.
Let's go, champ. Get some confirmation here.
Yeah. While Caleb's onto that, I've got nothing to say. So you're just going to hear me ramble and talk about Darcy Moore, 3 intercept marks last game. Hopefully he can replicate that. He was good against Richmond. Hopefully he can continue that return of form and give us something. Sub, do you think it's going to be Lipinski or Bytel?
Oh,
tough one, eh?
It's very tough, isn't it? Based off last week's performance, Bartel had a really good game, 25 disposals. Allowed Josh Dacos to play on the half-back line. But Lipper, yeah, he's been out of form. So, look, he might get the tough end of the stick. The only thing with Bartel and why he could be a sub is he's a little that was his first proper game, but it'd be hard to have him as after 25 disposals as a sub, right? So yeah, Lipper's pretty much the lock there, unless they're like gonna manage to go to goalie.
Champ, let me ask you this: you have 25 disposals, goal assists, score involvements.
I'll put in the transfer in.
Yeah,
you don't even have to finish the question. You don't even have to. I'm telling Fly, man.
See you later.
Yeah, get after.
Get me to my next game.
Yeah, just had the best game of my life, and you're gonna put me the
literally
sub.
A career game for him. Lipinski 9 touches. Hey, look, in Lipper's defense, he's been played less on the wing and more as a half forward flanker. 9 disposals. He had a junk time goal that was out the back, basically nothing off his own doing. 1 tackle. We need a lift from Paddy. And
we do.
On that, champs, let's talk. Yeah.
Oh, no, I was just going to touch onto that. And like Lipinski, gets dropped. Maybe that's that little firecracker in him to, hey, fuck, I need to shift it into gear here because the guy's knocking on the door. We saw Jack Chris was the sub earlier on in the year, comes out, has an amazing year, right? So hopefully this is going to be the same case if he is the sub.
Yeah. And we're going to get into the poll now. Just give me one. I'm going to move this mic just for a second.
Do you see a world that Degoe might be managed as the sub? You want him in there, don't you? Even you'd rather him play a half in the first half than get subbed and then get subbed out early, right?
Yeah, even if he's a broken man, I'd prefer him just be on the field, just to have that. He has that aura. The aura, brother. We talk about the aura.
Huh?
Oh no, I think Freddie Jong's entered the chat. Start a poll. Sorry. So we're talking pass marks now, and I'm going to get it into. Wait, let me ask her. I've got to end this. We're talking pass marks, and we're going to start with Patrick Lipinski. So we'll start with you, champs. If he isn't the sub, what is his pass mark tonight?
Pass mark tonight would have to be at least pressure and actually visually see him fucking get the ball. I know he links up the play and gets a lot of shovel hand pass, but I want to see something from him. You know what I mean? A moment that I remember Lipper hey, you done good there. You did good. And hopefully we get that. I'd say, man, I'd have to look at his averages. My bar for him's not too high. Let's just go 12 disposals and a goal. Playing off the half forward. That's actually quite high disposal. It's a difficult, unrewarded role. And it's hard not being at the ground because he could be busting his ass off. And sometimes as a half forward role, your coach is like, hey, man, you're going to be playing that far
shuttle runs.
You're just doing suicides. I've done it before. It's shit house, right? Crazy. But what you're doing is you're dragging your defender out and you're creating room for the big boys down in the forward line. So if that's the role he plays, and if maybe someone at the ground can tell us, I'd be very surprised.
But that's the runners, man.
What is your pass mark for Lipper if he's not the sub?
If he's not the sub, and assuming he plays off the high half forward flank for the most part of the game, 12 touches, 2 goals.
2 goals?
2 goals.
That'll be a good day for him.
2 goals.
2 goals would be good.
And Kev thinks if he's a sub, he needs to come on and make an impact. Lipper can turn the footy over too much. Okay.
Put him straight on, Bartel switch onto the wing, and he's going to be lightning. I reckon that could be the go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freddie Jones says, well done, Scott Pendlebury, 400 games, finish off Carlton season. Yes, agreed. So that's Lipinski, right? That's our pass marks. If you guys want to get them in, please let us know. Someone who's performing very well lately, champs, in his return since his ACL is he's at the bottom.
He's at the bottom.
I remember 52. Dan McStay. What is Dan McStay's pass mark tonight?
Boys, we've got the Twin Towers down on the other end. We want our single tower to be firing. I want a pass mark for him, 2 goals today, but I'd love to see him at least hit 3. I don't think that's unreasonable, but just give us the same impact he did last week. I'll be happy.
I agree. What did he? 3 goals, couple of contested marks.
Yeah,
looked really strong in the contest.
He did. So yeah, that's my pass mark for him. Just the 3 goals. I don't care about your disposals. Get fucking 3 disposals and 3 goals. I'm happy with that. I just want you to go as your key forward, get it through the big 6, crash some packs.
Yeah. Kev, just in. Guys, Lipper is a sub tonight. The club just posted it on X.
Twitter.
There you go.
Fair enough.
So
cheers, Kev.
well, Bytel, it's well deserved.
It is
The rational man doesn't drop Bytel after the game that he's had.
Exactly.
My pass mark, can I just agree with you, champs?
Hey man, when something's perfect,
No, when I say don't fix what
ain't broke.
ain't broke. Shout out Calvin Brown, man.
Yeah.
And then moving on, champs. Again, he's your man.
The one and only.
You get first dibs on this guy again. Here he is.
Oh, this man. I thought we were talking about another man.
You got a few men, huh?
I got a few. Oh, hey.
Me
Pause.
too. Let's go. Pause.
IQ. What's the pass mark for IQ today? Well, who is he going to match up on? If I see him on a Kerno or I see him on Harry Mackay, I don't know. But, look,
It's not as bad.
Look, you're asking a lot from a man who's like 5'11".
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Kerno's not as bad at 6'3".
Yeah.
So maybe he gets the job. He did the job on Jez Cameron, like, so, you know, he's 6'5".
He's giant.
So look, man, if he's playing on a Kerno, just limit his impact on the game. Like I said, like his role then as a key defender. It's funny calling him a key defender, but your man is just to limit the opposition's impact on the ball. And if that's a Kerno, he's going to get goals.
Yeah.
Limit that to, hey man, if he limits to him to a 2, I will give the 2 goals. I will give him
a handshake.
Not a hand. I'll give him a 10 out of 10 on the pie performance. You heard it here first, because that man kicks bags against us.
Yeah. He loves us.
You know? Bag man.
Bagman.
Yeah.
Bagman Kerno. He's a bad man, bagman.
So look, if he limits him to 2, that'd be amazing. I reckon the pass back limit Kerno to 3 goals. If he doesn't play on him, I'd like to see some rebounding footy, maybe like 14 touches and some good score involvement. Maybe 1 goal assist.
Yeah.
I'd go 15 touches, 1 goal assist, and like 3 score involvements. That would be his pass mark if he isn't playing a key lockdown defender role.
Yeah.
If he is, limit Kerno to 3 goals. If he limits Kerno to 2 goals, I'll name my first son Isaac. All right?
Huge. That would have a ring to it as well, James.
I think it would. Isaac Q, huh?
What's my pass mark? My pass mark, like if he's playing on Kerno, again, I don't care if he doesn't touch the ball. If he can keep him to 1 or 2 goals a game for this game, I'm happy as Larry, mate.
Yeah.
I'm happy as Larry.
Who's Larry?
Darcy.
Oh.
Darcy Moore. But if we want something from a numerical value when it comes to Quaynor's game, maybe we're talking 15 touches, couple intercept marks, and Bob's your uncle.
Bob's.
Bob. Who's Bob?
I don't know, man.
Who's Bob? Then?
Last
Hayden. Yeah. So that's my take on it. And there is a poll in the chat right now. Are you subscribed to Pies Footy? And if you aren't, maybe let us know how you've come across the stream as well.
What are we going to do to get you to sub?
What do we have to do? Wink, no wink, to get you to subscribe to Pies Footy. We'll leave the ball in your court.
Hot tub stream,
bro.
huh?
Pies Footy hot tub stream.
Man, I reckon we'll get 2 viewers.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Last one. This is also your man, so I understand.
Yeah, that's why I got a little bit.
Who's your man? Is it this guy or
nah?
Is it Braden Maynard? Pick one.
Look,
if you had to.
Look, man. IQ, he's top man you take home for the one night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh shit!
But Maynard's the man you want every day in your life,
You
man.
introduce to your family.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he's a bull. He embodies what it is to be a Collingwood player. Oh, Sam Walsh. Let's just fucking cooked it. But yeah, Bruzzy's the man.
Yeah.
So he's
You gonna do something tonight, boys? Or?
I'm going to shut down Mackay and Kono. I'll tell you what, brother.
He's fucking, he's cooking my brain.
Yeah.
He's cooking it. We have to close the door. But Maynard, I want to see him start penetrating the ball, meters gained.
Penetration.
Yeah, penetration's key from the man.
Yep.
And last week, hey man, we were a little bit harsh on him. We didn't really get near it, and we didn't have any big pressure acts from him. Like big moments. I can always pretty much go back and say, hey, Maynard, effort on the wing second quarter, or Maynard, effort down back.
You want to remember those ones?
I want to remember something. I reckon he'll go out, do a job today. So look, man, I'll be happy with the 15 disposals, 15 plus, and I wouldn't mind some body work in the air and maybe 2 intercept marks.
Love that.
Yeah,
love that. I want to see over 3.51% from Mr. Brazzy Maynard, and I want him to take out Sam Walsh tonight.
Just run straight through him. Yeah,
I want him to take out Sam Walsh.
Yeah.
And I hope Kerno trips over. That's my pass mark for Brazzy Maynard. All right. But in all seriousness, I'm happy with 15 disposals. Again, a couple intercept marks from our lesser aerial defenders.
Yeah.
And just big efforts that won't necessarily be taken on the stat line.
There's got to be big efforts made today. Like the boys got to be gut running. It's Pendles 400 for fuck's sake. Like, not many people can do it.
The reason why they're going to show up, huh?
Hey man, it's either you join the stream or you shut up over there.
Yeah.
All right?
Show your face, man.
Yeah.
No face, no case, huh? 72. All right. Chance, we've got 4 minutes left before we start heading off to the Ross Town. There's a few skeptics in the chat.
Yeah.
They're not too confident that they can believe that Collingwood will win. Why do you think Collingwood will win, and how do we do it?
How do we do it? So we're just going to make sure we control the contest. If we let Carlton win the tabs or start playing the brand of footy that they're really good at, it's going to be a long day. It doesn't care, man. It could be Pendle's 600th game. You know what I mean? If we don't control the contest, whether that be by shutting down Chris in there with the Pendles breakdown, with Nick Dacos, maybe they shut him down, Walshy as well. Like, we just need to control the midfield around the ground, around the stoppages, all right? And then sling the ball forward. I'd like to see, like we did last week, some rebound off the 50, defensive 50, and get the ball in and get it nice and quick. All right. I think today Hill's going to be huge for us. He needs a big performance.
What type of performance?
Just kick it through the big sticks, man. Just kick it. I know the goal assists are good and all that. Kick it if it's in a better option. But I want to see some confidence in there.
Yeah.
Right? Space the forward line into our 50s, and that's how we get it done.
Yeah. We need a Norm Smith performance from Bobby. We need a Norm Smith performance from the man. Pendles, by the way, we've probably forgotten, was played 50% of the game last week. Was taken off as a sub. So he's well rested for his 400th game. So if they want to take Dacos out of the game, which isn't really possible, then maybe Pendles just says, you know what, I'll run it back. I'll throw it back a couple of years and show them that I was an All-Australian in 2019 and done bits and pieces. I'm a 6-time Copeland Trophy winner, 3-time Anzac Day medalist. He's going to show and remind people who he is.
That's 100% right. And Rick, you are correct in saying that if we can't penetrate the ball out of our defensive 50 when they get the inside 50s, it's going to be long. It's going to be long. But we're optimistic. We have a Josh Dacos down there in the half-back line, hopefully. See him start there sometime during the game if it's not working.
Yeah.
And rebound the ball, and that's all we need. If we get stuck going long down the line or just being too predictable for the interceptions, we're not going to win.
Yeah.
But like I said, before it even gets to that point, it's all about winning the stoppages, controlling them, limiting them, and us getting on the go and getting it forward.
Give me a prediction.
A prediction, boys. As much as I'd like to say we're going to go out there and be a cakewalk for us, it's not. I see a very close game, back and forth. I'd like to see us get the win, 10 points.
Did you mean that?
For Pendles, I did.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't.
That's
we'll take it.
That's
we'll take
because
it.
I was actually going to use that, and you didn't even mean it. But no. I'll side with you. I think Collingwood will win by 22 points. His best mate, his buddy, still bottom.
Yeah.
Side bottom.
Yeah. All right. You got anything else to add, Chaps?
Can you just end the stream while I'm doing this? Oh!